안녕하세요. 일단 와주셔서 감사합니다. 네, 영어로 일단 진행을 하겠습니다. Hi, this is AJ from ZK-SEL. ZK-SEL is the zero knowledge research community that I founded in 2019. Since then, I've been organizing some technical meetups for ZK-based projects, including Anoma, Polygon, Starkware as well. And what we do for those projects is that we study their technical details and then translate into Korean so the audience here can easily understand what technical things they have. So this is the ZK9 that I organized for the ZK-SEL. And then I also founded a project called Radius to minimize MED. So this is the slide that about my project. So okay, Radius aims to build MED resistance protocol using ZKP and encryption. So I probably you may hear about the MED. So MED is minor or maximal extractable value. That it's the maximum value that can be extracted from block production by censoring or inserting or reordering transactions. So in a block. So we see there are some good MED, but we find that there is some specific type of bad MED, including sandwiching or front running. So our Radius aims to minimize those kind of MED using cryptography, not crypto economics. So actually, MED is all about the transaction ordering, and your transaction is attacked because your transaction is open to anyone. So the naive solution for that is we just can make a naive solution to prevent those bad MEDs. Just encrypts your transactions. But we can hide your transactions from MED attacker by encrypting transactions. But the problem is that if you encrypt your transaction, the current state of blockchain as well is hidden to anyone. So it's difficult to make any kind of transactions with unknown states. So that's why we come up with some kind of delay encryption. It's kind of commit reveal scheme. But we can encrypt transactions for specific amount of time, and then encrypted transactions is gonna be decrypted automatically. So that's how we see that to prevent the bad MED. And then we used the timer puzzle. Timer puzzle is a specified number of the sequential computation. So the results of timer puzzle is going to be used as encryption key to encrypt your transactions. Miners or MED searchers have to determine transaction orders without seeing the contents of transactions. And then after determining the transaction order, encrypted transactions is going to be decrypted automatically. So it seems fine, but the problem is that those encrypting transactions gonna lead to another problem, such as DOS attack. Like malicious traders can submit invalid encrypted transactions. So miners can't distinguish the encrypted transactions is valid or not. So it's gonna be like miners gonna waste their computing resources to solve timer puzzles. So that's why we come up with some kind of ZK-based validity proof to prove that the whole encryption process is done correctly. So, but it turns out that it's really difficult and almost impossible to turn those timelock puzzle and encryption into ZK-SEL. So that's why we come up with some kind of practical delay encryption. First of all, if we want our miners to take like 10 seconds to solve timelock puzzles, it doesn't mean that users also takes 10 seconds to generate timelock puzzles. So 10 seconds is too long to make transitions for users. So we applied some kind of trapdoor to make it short. So it's just milliseconds to make those kind of validity proof. And then also, as I said, it's kind of impossible to turn those whole encryption into ZK-SEL. So we combined ZK-SEL and also Sigma protocol. So we successfully managed to generate ZK-based validity proof in 5 seconds in general record. So those are kind of things that Radius has been doing. So actually this slide prepared for the ZK-SEL that tomorrow I'm going to present it at the time. So the full version of the slide, you can see that tomorrow. Okay, and then lastly, we published technical articles on Ethereum Foundation research community. So you can check out that we made some architecture for MEV resistant ZK rollup with practical verifiable delay encryption. Okay. So we believe that MEV is kind of controversial these days, but we believe that MEV is not inevitable if we can choose it to prevent. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, this is I actually make it short because there are great projects including Anoma, Polygon, and Alio. I'm going to present here. So yeah, and then enjoy ZK-9 event. Thank you.